Hi, my name is Sylvie. I am a certified health coach and fitness trainer, and in today's video I am going to share my intermittent fasting weight loss results after 2 years. So I'm going to quickly give you an overview of the results that I have experienced with intermittent fasting after 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, and then 2 years. Then I'm going to share the number one intermittent fasting mistake that women tend to make when they want to lose weight with intermittent fasting. And lastly, I'm going to share a doable intermittent fasting timeline that you will be able to use to ensure that you achieve the intermittent fasting weight loss results that you are looking for. So let's get started with my own intermittent fasting for weight loss results. And first, let me say that I had tried intermittent fasting for weight loss in my 30s, but hadn't been able to really benefit from it, so I pretty much gave up on it. And then in my 40s, when I started struggling with gaining weight, even though I hadn't changed really anything to my lifestyle or my eating habits, I was gaining 1 pound or 2 pounds a month. And I was kind of starting to panic. I was like, I gotta do something to control that weight gain and start losing the weight that I was holding on and had been wanting to lose for quite a while. And so what happened is I heard about something called the fasting mimicking diet. The fasting mimicking diet is a 5-day fast that severely restricts your calorie intake and follows a specific micronutrient ratio that aims to heal your body through the process called autophagy. And the fasting mimicking diet has been designed and studied at length by Dr. Walter Longo. So when I learned about the fasting mimicking diet, I knew that's something I had to try for myself. And so I researched it, came up with my own menu plan following all the guidelines, and ended up, yes, losing some weight, obviously, because you eat very little during the 5 days. But then most women will gain it back if you just go back to living normally after, you'll gain that weight back. But what really surprised me is that I lost a lot of my belly fat, and that didn't come back, even though the weight came back. And then people started commenting on mine having lost weight, even though I hadn't. I had gained the weight back, but I still looked slimmer. So that was really the first thing that triggered my own weight loss journey. After this first modified fast, I started feeling more confident about my ability to fast, and I started researching fasting and intermittent fasting, and I started experimenting. After about a month of experimenting with intermittent fasting, mostly with the 5-2 method and the eat, stop, eat method, I hadn't lost much weight. I was not super strict. I was just kind of playing around and trying to decide what I was going to do next. So really, my intermittent fasting results after 1 month were no weight loss, but just feeling better and less bloating or belly fat. And then my intermittent fasting weight loss results after 6 months were a lot better because as I was experimenting, I became more serious about it and really started committing to the warrior diet, which is a 20-hour fasting window and a 4-hour eating window. I don't typically recommend that women implement this intermittent fasting method every single day, and I didn't fast for 20 hours every single day myself. I started with probably 4 days a week and then moved on to 5 days. And after 6 months, I had lost about 10 to 12 pounds. My weight loss goal was 20 pounds, and so I just kept going. I just kept doing the same thing. And I did have some months where I was not losing weight, some months where I lost 4 pounds, some months where I lost 2 pounds. And that's something that you really need to keep in mind if you want to lose weight. It's not just going to be a straight downward line where you lose the same amount of weight every single month. And it's perfectly natural to have some months maybe where you don't lose any weight. It doesn't mean that something is wrong. It doesn't mean that you need to change your approach necessarily. It's just part of the process. And so after a year of using the warrior diet, I had lost the 20 pounds that I wanted to lose. And then so after that, I kind of graduated to a more of a maintenance mode type of intermittent fasting routine. So even though I would still mostly start eating later, I don't enjoy getting breakfast very much anymore. I found that I would often eat my first meal around lunchtime. Some days I would fast longer because I enjoy the benefits. I enjoy how I feel when I fast. I still ended up losing another 10 pounds that next year. So basically, I lost a total of 30 pounds since I got started. And now my focus is really to try to build muscle and eat enough to maintain my weight and not lose any more weight. And that is really what the maintenance mode is all about, is adjusting your intermittent lifestyle to an extent where you can enjoy all the benefits and stay at that weight that is most healthy for you. So that's it for my intermittent fasting for weight loss results. But before I move on and share a little bit more about the doable timeline that will help you achieve similar results, I want to talk about the number one intermittent fasting mistake that most women tend to do. And that mistake is to use a daily 16-hour fasting window. I would say that the 16-8 intermittent fasting method is probably the most common one. Most people think about intermittent fasting as if it means skipping breakfast, but there is so much more to it. Intermittent fasting is not about skipping breakfast. And for women, probably the best way to benefit from intermittent fasting is to fast longer and less frequently. So definitely a method like the Eat Stop Eat method, which is a 24-hour fast twice a week, or the 5-2 method, which involves eating 500 calories 2 days a week, or like I did, the warrior diet, which is fasting for 20 hours. Those are like my favorite methods for women because a longer fast helps you achieve ketosis, which is crucial to lose the cravings, start burning fat, reset your metabolism. And also the fact that it's not every day makes it so manageable. If you're not a big fan of fasting at first, if you find it a little bit more difficult, not having to do it every day is really helpful for your mindset and to feel like you're enjoying food freedom, that you're not depriving yourself too much and to not put too much stress on your body. And so to optimize your intermittent fasting for weight loss success, there's 5 steps. And these 5 steps are also part of my intermittent fasting program. If you want to look it up, I'll leave a link in the description. And step number 1 is to get started on the right foot. So to get started on the right foot, you need to have a clear starting point and a clear end point. For your starting point, you're going to take before pictures and before measurements and just prepare your mind with the proper expectations. You're going to set a general goal of how much weight loss would be a reasonable goal. And as far as your weight loss goal, I recommend something really realistic, not like 10 pounds a month. That's typically not very realistic. Most women I talk to and who consult me, they have 20 pounds or less that they want to use. And so when you're close like that to your goal weight, it's going to take longer. If you have 30 pounds and over that you want to lose, then yes, the weight loss can happen faster. But when you get closer to that goal weight, it takes a while. And as you saw from my own intermittent fasting weight loss results, it took me a whole year to lose 20 pounds. And so that would be actually a reasonable goal. If you want to lose 20 pounds, give yourself a year. Number 2, kickstart your healing and your weight loss. I mentioned that's what I did. That was my first step, was to do a modified fast based on the fasting mimicking diet. And so that is something I recommend you do as well. And I have tons of free resources on my website to help you do just that. I have tons of menu plans, and on top of that, there's another menu plan on in my intermittent fasting program, as well as a free membership to a private Facebook group that I host, and that has yet another menu plan and a bunch of videos, preparatory videos and recipe videos, and that all is included in my intermittent fasting program. Number 3, you're going to pick the right intermittent fasting method. And that may be something that requires a little bit more thinking, experimenting, to see what works best for your body, what works best for your lifestyle. I know that, for example, OMAD is really popular right now. OMAD is 1 meal a day. Maybe that's something you want to try. What worked best for me was the warrior diet, like I mentioned already, but maybe what will work best for you is the 5-2 method or the eat, stop, eat method. And so probably starting with the warrior diet would be a good idea, but then you need to stay open to trying different methods if you find that the warrior diet is not helping you, it's not making you feel amazing as it should. Number 4, you're going to have to exercise efficiently without stressing your body too much. Obviously, any type of weight loss program includes exercise. Moving your body is super important to maintain good health, maintain your muscle mass, which is also really important to help your metabolism. But you don't want to stress your body too much. Fasting in itself is a stress, and too much exercise is another stress. Stress is good for your body, cortisol is good for your body, but too much stress can be detrimental. It can cause your body to hold on to your extra weight. And so what I like to recommend is short body weight workouts that will effectively tone your body and not stress it more than necessary. And number 5, it's all about maintaining your weight loss. And to maintain your weight loss, it's important to understand that whatever you did to lose the extra weight is something that's going to be part of your lifestyle. Yes, just like me, you'll be able to maybe relax a little bit your fasting window and stuff like that, but fasting is going to be part of your lifestyle forever. And you know what? You won't be too sad about it. Trust me. You'll love the way you feel. You'll love the results you were able to achieve using those methods, and you won't want to stop. So that's a pretty easy part. Now, trying to find the right intermittent fasting method that will allow you to not only keep the results that you were able to achieve, but stop losing weight and stay healthy and stay in shape, that might require a little bit of experimentation, and that's what phase 5 is all about. So that's all I had to share for today. I'm really excited about my intermittent fasting for weight loss results, and I know that you can achieve the results that you are looking for. I really trust the process. All throughout history, fasting was an intrinsic part of many cultures' lifestyle. It's a tool that you can use to heal your body, give your body a break from food, and lose weight, obviously, kick your cravings. And it's too bad that so many people don't see it that way and think that fasting is all about deprivation and it's unhealthy, it's an extreme diet. It couldn't be further from the truth, because fasting will give you food freedom. It'll help you learn to listen to your hunger cues and stop being a slave to your cravings. That's why I find it so exciting, and that's why I love sharing those benefits with you in my blog and my videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.